In this video, I will be showing you the different perspectives and reviews regarding FlutterFlow to help you decide if it is the right tool for your development needs. Let's get started. I'm starting my research on Reddit, specifically within the Flutter dev community, to see what actual developers are saying about their experience with FlutterFlow. I'm scrolling through a thread where a user is asking if it's possible to build a professional-grade app from scratch using this low-code platform. As I move down the page, I'm noticing a lot of discussion around the learning curve. One user mentions that while it's easy to get started with basic layouts, things get complicated quickly when you move beyond simple templates. I'm looking at a comment from a developer who migrated a project from traditional Flutter to FlutterFlow. They point out that for simple MVPs or internal tools, the speed is unmatched, but they felt restricted once they needed highly custom logic. I'm also seeing some pushback from the purist community. I'll scroll down to a post where someone calls FlutterFlow a technical debt generator. This is a common sentiment I'm seeing. The idea that while you save time up front, you might pay for it later with messy, auto-generated code that is hard to maintain manually. Now, I'm navigating to another post titled, "Is FlutterFlow worth it?" to get a better sense of the value proposition. I'm looking at a detailed breakdown where a user compares the subscription cost against the time saved. They mentioned that the $70 per month Pro plan is a steep investment if you are just starting out, but it pays for itself if you are a freelancer turning out multiple client apps quickly. I'm moving over to the comments to see how it compares to other tools like Expo or even just writing native code. I'm reading a comparison where a user explains that FlutterFlow is like the WordPress of mobile apps. It's great for getting something live, but you might hit a ceiling. I'm seeing someone mention Noah as a potential alternative, noting that it might offer a cleaner bridge between visual editing and manual coding. As I continue to scan these reviews, I'm noticing a pattern. I'm clicking on a link that discusses the Flutter versus FlutterFlow debate. The consensus here seems to be that FlutterFlow is excellent for UI layout, but for complex state management, many developers still prefer writing the code themselves. I'm seeing a lot of praise for how easy it is to set up a database and authentication without writing back-end code. I'm scrolling further down to find some more critical views. One user warns that if the platform ever goes under, you might be left with code that is difficult to migrate elsewhere. This is a significant consideration for long-term business projects. On the other hand, another user points out that you can export the code at any time, which provides a safety net that many other no-code platforms lack. Now that we've looked at both the high praise for speed and the warnings about technical debt, let's compare the two approaches. FlutterFlow is clearly the winner for speed and accessibility. If you are a founder who needs to validate an idea in 2 weeks, this is your tool. However, if you are building a high-performance application with complex animations and unique custom logic, traditional Flutter coding provides the granular control you'll eventually need. My final verdict is this: use FlutterFlow if you are an entrepreneur or a designer who wants to build functional MVPs or internal business tools without hiring a full dev team immediately. It is a powerful accelerator. But if you are a professional developer looking to build a career in mobile engineering, don't let it be a crutch. Use it to prototype, but make sure you understand the underlying Flutter framework so you can step in when the visual tools reach their limit. FlutterFlow is a great companion, but it shouldn't be your only tool in the shed. If you found this walkthrough helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more quick tips and tutorials.